Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at the Tudor BB58 39mm. And this watch is a really special watch because it is kind of like a throwback to the Rolex Submariner. As many of you know, Tudor is the sister brand of Rolex, and their divers, especially the BB58, kind of pays homage to the Rolex Submariner of the older days. Coming in at a really compact and nice, perfectly fitted 39mm, it really gives you that vintage feel with a modern touch. So as many of you can guess, getting one of these is actually pretty tough. And especially this particular model, as it's the blue dial version, there is a wait list on them and it can take many months, maybe even a year, to kind of come across one. So I finally got one, so let's go ahead and take a look. So it comes with this white outer sleeve. I'm gonna take that off here, and here's the outer box. It's just like a kind of like a faux leather all black Tudor box. So you get this little flap which reveals the watch box, and here's the watch box. So it looks like it has a kind of like a faux leather upper. Looks like some kind of a paper material with padding on the top on the box. Nice Tudor logo right there. And the bottom half is wood, painted black wood, which I think looks pretty nice. And there is the watch, guys. And you can see that beautiful navy blue color. So the warranty card comes in this little pack with the instructions manual, and there it is. So here's the hang tag. Fortunately, with Rolex and Tudor models, they have to remove all the stickers, including the price tag. So this one actually doesn't have the price tag with it. This one on the leather strap here retailed for $3,300, and with the bracelet, which I think is really nice but hard to come by, that retails for $3,700. The reason I got the strap version is because it's hard to find the bracelet version. So as soon as I saw that there was an availability for a blue dial Tudor BB58, I just kind of had to jump on that. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but it has a nice domed crystal that kind of gives it more of that old school charm of like that old vintage diver type of look. And I just really love that. Even the aluminum bezel insert, it's like a nice ode to Submariners of yore. And I think it just looks beautiful. And the symmetry of the no date. I love the decision that Tudor made with not including a date on these models, because I think it looks fantastic without a date. And that blue color is so nice. It's a kind of a subtle navy blue shade, but under certain light it looks more blue and it kind of pops. And the hands are done in white gold and they kind of have a nice contrast. I really love that. And the strap is really unique too. It's leather on the outside, but the inside is rubber. So the outside's kind of like this Alcantara suede-ish type of leather, and rubber on the inside, which is really good for summertime. And what can I say, Tudor? I mean, the detailed finishing, it's really nice. You know, it's exactly what you'd expect from a Swiss brand, the sister company of Rolex. You still have that nice movement, that new movement in-house, which has 70 hours of power reserve, which is amazing. And that clean symmetry of the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock. I just love that. And screw down case back, as with all serious hardcore divers. And you get a really nice clasp with this watch, which is what I really love. Tudor is kind of like known for their clasp and bracelets. They're really nice, really comfortable, really high quality. All right, let's get it on wrist and see how it fits. All right, guys, snapped on my wrist. My wrist is about 6.5 inches, and it just looks so nice. It's very symmetrical. It's very clean looking. I love that dial. And that blue color is just so beautiful. That 39mm just fits so nice on my 6.5 inch wrist. I mean, it just feels like such a good fitting diver. If you were only gonna buy one watch, this is a really nice one watch to have for a one watch collection. Really high quality and really nice. It's kind of low key. It's not as shouty as other divers, and I know some people are gonna come to appreciate that. And the strap is actually really nice. I was thinking about getting the steel bracelet, but goes along with it nice. You still get that vintage look with the strap. Actually, I would say that accentuates the vintage look even more. And the clasp is really high quality, really well done, and it feels very secure. Just such a good fit. And you can kind of see that beautiful signed crown right there too, with the Tudor rose, as they call it. Looks really nice. So especially with the whole shortage on Rolex that's going on, or not shortage, but demand, I would say, has increased severely. And it's kind of trickled down to the Tudors. Tudor's a good brand to kind of look at. And even if you weren't planning on getting a Rolex, I think this is just a really nice low-key diver to kind of go with. Kind of gives you that self-satisfaction, but at the same time, it's still a very nice looking watch. Very understated and very elegant, I would say. 200 meters of water resistance, and if you guys are considering a watch in this category and you don't want to spend maybe $3,000 or $4,000, I would highly recommend the competitor to this watch, which is the Seiko SPB143, or any of the colorways of that model. It's a really close matchup with that watch. It still offers the slight dome sapphire crystal. It's about the same size, really high spec movement in that watch as well. Also 200 meters of water resistance and that same vintage look. So they're kind of competing for the same space, but just in slightly different categories. But it's a a really nice matchup as well, and I always said that those two watches together were a perfect combo. Since I already have the SLA 017, which is kind of the big brother higher end to that watch, I would say this compares directly with that watch in terms of movement spec and finishing. If not, the SLA would be a little higher just because of the ceramic bezel, but the SPB is very close to that, and I think it's kind of like in between. So the SPB 143 is good for an entry level kind of diver that's into the higher end space. The Tudor Black Bay would be kind of like a step up from that, even though the SPB holds its own. But if you want to spend a little more and you want something Swiss made, this is definitely the choice to go with. Very classy looking. And then the SLA 017 is kind of like the high spec. You know, you get the high rated 8L35 movement in there. You get the ceramic bezel, you get the Zaratsu polishing, you get, you know, the better finishing. So price wise, I think it's just a little over the price of this Tudor, but I would say it punches above its weight, and the SPB kind of punches near this. So this is kind of like the perfect Goldilocks watch. And if you want to stay Swiss, then, you know, you can't go wrong with this. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. All right, see you guys next time.